Before Jesus, I was kind of just like going through life with like no real purpose, idolizing things, getting like short-term satisfaction off like certain activities and others like stuff to do. And I always went to church as a kid, grew up Catholic, and I always got dragged to church. I like never wanted to go to church. I remember like sitting in church, and I would like flip through like the book of like what we were gonna do that day, and I would like count the songs, like how many songs we were gonna sing, when the message was, how many songs after the message, and I'd be like, all right, we can leave now. I remember saying the prayer when I was like 10 or 12 of like accepting Jesus as my Savior, but I kind of just said the prayer, and I was like, all right, I can, live my life now, stick them in my back pocket, but I never really fished them back out. So my friend Marcus kept inviting me to like a young adults event ran through Summit, and I kept pushing him off week after week, and I was just like, all right, I'll do it this week, I would cancel, do it this week, I'll cancel. Then finally I went to the event, and I can't tell you what message they like talked about, but I remember texting Marcus after, and I was like, wow, dude, I really needed that in my life. Thank you so much for that. I kept going to the events, and he invited me to his Bible study. I kept going to his Bible study, but I definitely would skip it sometimes. I would miss it sometimes, till over time I became more consistent with it. And I didn't have like a moment where I was like, okay, it wasn't like a flip of a switch for me. It was kind of over time where like Jesus worked in my heart, and I felt like the weight of the gospel. And I was like, wow, I'm an awful, wretched sinner, and I need Jesus in my life. And my love for him just grows and grows, and it's the most important decision I've ever made in my entire life. Jesus has changed my life in almost every single aspect, from the language I use, the way I interact with people, how I treat people, the way I view the world. I'm so thankful that I accepted Jesus as my Savior. It was the most important decision I've ever made in my entire life. I can't thank Jesus enough for being my Savior. I'm so grateful to have my Savior, and I'm so glad I started my relationship with Jesus.